Hey, this is Jay with ProGrade Card Services, and we're going to do a grading consult today. And what we're specifically going to do is decide which level for PSA that the auto will go into. So there's four different levels technically. There's you can grade the auto, and you can grade the card itself. You can grade just the card and authenticate the auto. You can grade just the auto and authenticate the card, or you can authenticate both. Okay, so what I'm going to decide is where these cards land in terms of submitting. If the card is lower than a 7 or lower than an 8, my client would prefer it not to be graded in that sense. And if it is the auto is less than a 10, then we wouldn't focus on the auto. So we're going to see what kind of condition the card is in and see what level it go into. All right, so starting off, we've got a little bit of corner concern in the top left. We have a little bit of edge on the top right here. And we definitely have some surface coming out of the corner, decent crease. So the card is probably going to come back lower than an 8. So now let's look at the auto. And with the auto, what we're going to get... Oh, where we're at. Alright, so what we're looking for is any sort of fragmentation or streaking or smudging. And right there in the top of his F, the vertical line, there's actually a light white streak that is not going to make it passable. So we are going to just auto-authenticate this card as a way of submitting it for grading. The card grade is not of standard, and the auto grade is not of standard. So it's safer just to get it authenticated and slabbed for protection. So our next one we have is another one of one. This one is Carl Anthony Towns. And we definitely have white corners that are notable. So that's jumping out. And we got some edge. So we're probably going to be an 8 right off the gate for the front. Also some surface issues. And then back, yeah, we have some more surface issues. So this probably won't be submitted for card grade. And if you take a look at the streak, there's a nice white line from the pen separating. So that's not going to get a good grade in terms of auto. So we're going to just authenticate this one as well. We have a Zach Eady up next. A Panini 1, a little emerald. Alright, so we have some whiting on the edging. We have a little bit of surface, nothing crazy. That's actually a bigger surface mark here. And we got some surface right there, so we're probably going to be a 9 or 8 or 9 on the front. And when we look at our auto, it has white streaking on the Z, so I think it is a candidate for a 9. So we'll just submit this for authentication. We got a collection of Tim Duncan autos next. We have definite corner and definite corner and definite edge. So we're going to be at least an 8 for the front. And the auto, I don't even need to bring the magnifying down. The top streak is just non-existent. It's super faded. So that's definitely going to be a low candidate, maybe even an 8. So we're not going to submit that one either. And yeah, the back has issues as well. So cool card and surface, but it will be submitted through authentication. Another Tim Duncan, this one inscribed. Nice one of one. 3-time finals MVP. That's a lot of writing on there. And yeah, for sure, the streak right here is going to make it non-gradable. Also, the 3 has some streaking as well, so that's going to be non-submittable. All right, so let's look at card condition. There's a dimple right there that is notable. So probably a 9 for the front. Got some edging on the bottom here, a surface stain, some edging on top. So we're probably, and more surface, so we'll probably be an 8. So probably safe bet is just to authenticate this. Nice little 1 of 1. Alright, so then we have a Patrick Mahomes shadow box coming up. Shadow boxes are tough because the acetate front, it's very unforgiving. In fact, I can see scratches. And then signing on it, the pen doesn't dry very well. So let's take a look real quick. It's definitely light in spots, but it's not broken up. Definitely a candidate for a 9, but I could see it passing at a 10. Card has loss of color, some chipping on the black along the side, along with the scratches. We're going to put it at a 9. And then back has some light surface scratching, so I'm going to call it an 8, 9. There's definitely enough on it to justify the 8, but I think it's going to come back a 9. And then auto, I think, is also a 9. It's just too much of a risk, so we might card grade this. Yeah, I'll have to think about that one. All right, and ending with another Patty Mahomes. This one, a 1 of 1 from National Treasures. The auto is clean, so let's start there with the auto. The auto's blue in all places, no white streaks. There's no smudging or smearing. It looks clean to me, so it's definitely a candidate for auto grade should we find anything on card. Well, let's take a look at the card. So we definitely have white corners, white corner, and a little bit of surface. Alright, so definitely a candidate for an 8, 9 on front, and then we've got edging on back. So I'm going to call this an 8. Oh yeah, and definitely some notable surface right here, some scratching and abrasions. So I'm going to probably just auto grade this 1 of 1 and get the auto 10. All right. So there ends the first round. Have many more to go. Check in for future videos.